Right then, it's that time of year again where I come and tell you about how I grew up in a Lin Kuei temple, studying the arts until I had a grandmaster's skills, so that if you ever tried to fight me, this fight will be your last. The gameplay that you're seeing at the moment is me. As I say, I've been playing this blue scumbag ever since the first game, all the way up to now, even after they forgot how to write a good story for Mortal Kombat. I'm still sticking with this blue knobhead, and today I thought I would just share that knowledge with you. I'm going to show you some mix-ups and setups that you're perhaps not already using, something to take you from being a bum to being an Elder God. Practice with this low-tier prick, and eventually you will have a Grandmaster skill. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it, see if we can get you there. Before I break down the mix-ups, I'm going to assume that you already have a basic understanding of Sub-Zero. For those of you who are a little bit newer, the concept is you want to land anything into down back 2 enhanced. That means Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. God help you if you're on PC, I've got no fucking idea. A really good one to do that is forward 1-2. If you see it hits, there it is, down back 2 enhanced. Dive kick will help you do that. Just anything into down back 2 enhanced, into double back 2. That's the Sub-Zero combo. Alright, so the first mix-up that I want to show you all is triple clone can be used into a low or throw setup no matter when you land it. To give you a base demonstration of this, get any combo you like that can be ended with a clone, so something that's got the enemy airborne, dive kick and walk forward. The reason you want to walk forward is you notice he hit the clone as he's getting up, you want the clone to be over them as they're waking up. You'll then do a back 3, which will low. If they get hit, you froze them, free combo. If they try and armor, you'll break the armor because of the ice clone above them. Great. And if they block it, you're still plus. So you could do something like 1-2, forward 1-2 rather, just to be safe. So to show you what that looks like, any combo you land, I'm showing you this variation just because it's full screen and it's basic, so that you know you can do this anywhere. That's him frozen. You're then just going to do any normal combo ender that you like. And if you look at all the damage that did between those two sequences, that's pretty fucking good. Just to show you what that looks like with the throw variation. It's the exact same thing, only it's good because if people are going to block it. See that? 2 hits. It would still catch them if they're blocking. The only reason I don't advise going for that version, you might have noticed it does a lot less damage. Any throw has significant scaling on a combo, so just be aware of that. But it's still not bad at all, and it's a lot better than getting nothing at the end of it or performing a traditional ender. The next incredibly important setup I'm going to show you is with the Cyrax kameo. Anytime you get the Cyrax bomb in the corner, you have a throw that can be down cameoed. And of course, you can overhead. For those who are maybe dug blocking or, you know, just ready to eat it. I'm going to go into the combo in just a second. The great thing about when Cyrax is here, instead of just going for the throw or going for the overhead, you can of course bait an armor. In which case, you would just punish, and it works just as well. The first question is going to be, how do we get them in a position where Cyrax is in that corner, and they're now trapped waiting to guess? To get them into that position is the important part though, so the best way to do it is any traditional combo, such as this, which is forward 1-2, down back 2 enhanced, normal aerial bread and butter into back cameo. Push them into the corner, forward cameo, back forward 2. Now that was a lot to say out loud while doing it. Again, I'm going to break that down a little bit for those who are maybe newer. Forward 1-2, down back 2 enhanced. Back 2 twice. Jump 2-1. Ice clone, which is down back 1, into back cameo. Then just go towards forward cameo, back forward 2, because that's a hard knockdown. Okay? The forward cameo comes around about when you see half a bar's gone. All you need to remember is the net will take 1 full bar, so just watch it as it's going down or before you start it, so you have a rough idea. Once we finally get him into that position, you're just going to make your presence felt by setting up that bomb and then going for any of these mix-ups. So, Cyrax is out, back forward 2, and then if you land the overhead, stand 4 into down cameo to detonate it. I'll show you what that looks like. So, if Cyrax is out, back 2, stand 4 down cameo, jump 2-1, and then the easiest thing to land off that is a stand 1. The optimal is a stand 3. Whether you do a 1 or a 3, immediately ice clone, and if you want really good damage and setup, ice clone and enhance. So I'm going to show you what this looks like in full. Let's do it as a full combo, as if I've just punished with a dive kick, because that's a little bit more realistic. So bread and butter Sub-Zero combo, ice clone, straight into the cameo net, Cyrax out, back forward 2, and then most people duck block there, which is why I've started with the overhead one. Set up with that, and then mix up 1. Remember, we started with that. So now I've gone into another mix-up. The moment you get the ice clone, you're going to jump 2, stand 3, into back forward 3 slide. Okay? So if I just show you what that looks like, jump 2, stand 3, slide. And that will knock them into the clone that you play. So all together, once again. Cyrax is there, back 2, stand 4 down cameo, jump 2, 1. Stand 1, I recommend for newbies. Jump into the 3 slide, and then you move into setup number 1. That's why we started with that! He's got a grandmaster's skills when you put it all together. So all of that is going to do pretty significant damage. Doesn't cost all that much resource. And Cyrax is a great all-round cameo for Sub-Zero, which is why I started with these 2 setups. So just to show you why that's a good mix-up, it works just as well from the throw. But like we explained previously in the first setup, I don't go for the throw one as often just because it's doing significantly less damage. So it's always better if you can get it from the overhead in the corner. But if you have to get it from a throw, again, any damage is better than no damage. Okay, so moving on, I've got Frost with the back cameo. You can get some great setups from this. A lot of the time, simply using the ice clone to protect you from a projectile and calling that out is going to get you the help that you need. You can obviously get a throw in there. Because it's a projectile, you can also get the back forward 3, which is a slide, obviously a low. If you really wanted, you can even get the overhead. It doesn't really matter. And you can down forward for it if you wanted it to carry on as a normal combo. Don't necessarily recommend that because it's not going to do as much damage. Because obviously you're getting that followed by that. If you do that, it's going to scale you into the fucking nether realm. So just bear that in mind. The great thing about this setup is it's very easy to do. So land any traditional combo that you like and end it with an ice clone. This is one of the most basic bread and butter corner combos you can get. Back cameo. And then any number of mix-ups you want to do. So that was obviously a back 3 for a low. And it's beautiful because it resets itself. And that's the throw version. I could have ice cloned again there, but I recommend hanging on to your ice clone the 3rd time. Just so that when they're waking up, you might want to just poke for a bit of safety. And even then set it up the 3rd time if it generates fast enough. So there are some do's and don'ts to this. Once you land this Frost Orb from Frost, do not do down back to enhanced. Because it counts as them already being frozen. The down back to enhanced will just unfreeze the combo. Bizarrely, the Ice Clone is the only thing that can commit a secondary freeze during a combo, which is why, after this landing, we're still able to go into the triple back 3 and then get the ice clone anyway. These type of combos do work in full screen. Granted, they're not quite as effective as they are in the corner because they do have some room to move. But most people panic, you can go for the slide. I like to end it safe with a jump 2-1, down 1 into slide because it's going to hit very, very consistently. The main things to remember when going for the setup full screen is if you do this and you slide, if they block, the Frost Orb is normally still on its way to take care of them. So if I record, Frost Orb comes out, I go to slide, he blocks, but then he doesn't remember that the fucking orb is coming, and you get a combo. That happens so many times. You would not think it, but the amount of times I land that, those who watch me play know. They see that slide, and then they go to punish you straight away. If they do block it, and they keep blocking, just throw. And we're back in. It's still a fucking combo! And then the great thing is, much like in the corner, you just ice clone again, and then you set up again. So Frost is a much better cameo than people seem to realise in Sub-Zero, and I highly recommend practicing that, getting good with that, because it just keeps looping itself. I could block there in case he went to do an armor. It actually doesn't end the possibilities. The final mix-ups I want to talk about are with Shujinko. So number 4 is Shujinko as a whole. He does have some matchup dependency because I'm going to be talking about back cameo, up cameo, which is mid overhead. It's great for block pressure and it's safe on block. The only thing is a lot of people will start to up block it. So in certain matchups, from that, you can actually do a low from the down back cameo, or even for some, the down forward cameo as well. Down back cameo with Shujinko is always better because they do lead into his combo routes. And you can do things such as that one there. We've set up one. Go back into that. Okay, you get the idea. And Shujinko is actually a little bit of an underrated character generally with Sub-Zero. You don't see him very often. He does take a bit more knowledge, but very much worth your time to get used to him because he does get a lot of meterless combo damage and setup potential, such as that. So there's just a couple of mix-ups with Shujinko. I know I keep doing the low at the end of that. Don't forget you can throw as well. So the last thing I'm going to talk about with Shujinko is universal. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, this will work on anyone, and it comes from Sub-Zero's safe jumps. The best way to get a safe jump is any combo into back two, jump 1, 2, and as they're falling, you can then do jump 1, back 3 for overhead low, or you can do jump back 2, and that's overhead, overhead. Regardless of whichever one you go for, you can call out Shujinko and go for your combo as normal. An important thing to note is, I always, if I have enough cameo meter with Shujinko to do a down back cameo, then I'll always do the back cameo call out because it's a mid. Meaning if they try and mash you out of a down one or an uppercut, they can't. If you do the forward cameo, it's good because if you haven't got enough cameo meter, you still get a combo in the likes of that. Back 2, jump 1, 2, dash clone, enhance, and then that's set up 1 all over again. But the problem being it's a high, so they can actually just mash you out. So just something to note there when you're doing this. So now I'm going to show you it all together. Put the whole thing together with the safe jump setup there. That's jump 1, 2, as a falling jump. I've gone for the low setup on that occasion. And then we're going into setup 1, so you can see how important that one was to start with. And then any ender you like on this combo. And that is Sub-Zero setups that you don't see that often. Finish him! If this has helped you to learn anything at all in this video today, then please do let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know which one of these setups you're going to try, if any of them. These aren't necessarily brand new techniques that I've just discovered tonight. We've been doing these for a while, but I thought I'd share this with the people who are just trying to learn to up their game with Sub-Zero. So again, it would be great to hear from you if it has helped you in any way. I want to give a massive thank you to everyone who has watched this through. All you guys that like, comment, subscribe, show me massive support. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!